What's good, my people? We are back again for another one on this Mystelics Reacts channel, guys. Another reaction we're doing. Guys, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can pretty much get all the videos as they come through. This is, of course, where I give my reactions on a number of videos pertaining to Dominica and the Caribbean by extension, as well as the rest of the world, depending on the story or the reaction that I'm doing. But this one pertains to Dominica, of course, dealing with the whole OCTAVIA and Pampalam and all the kind of something there. But before we get into that, she actually, by the way, she actually responded. I think it's on the hang or whatever, and we're gonna get into that to see what she says, if it makes any sense whatsoever. But some students actually reach out to me in this regard pertaining to the whole situation in regards to my previous reaction video, and this is one of them right there. The ministry officials themselves do not explain it properly. I stated that very thing right there, guys. They do not explain it properly as to exactly what needs to be done or what they're giving the scholarship for, how much years or whatever, boom bam bang. They do not explain that properly when you are leaving, because like I said before in my previous reaction, it doesn't seem like any student know exactly what on earth that the letter is telling them. It doesn't seem so. And from my understanding of previous schooling, they pretty much covered everything. I never knew anything about 1 year and whatnot. It was only after election time we understood that this whole thing was talking about 1 year and some people might not come back and this kind of things. Anyways, she stated the ministry officials themselves do not explain it properly when you're leaving Dominica, because they stopped giving letters that cover the program duration due to the fact that budget allocations are made yearly. So pretty much on a yearly basis, that is when they do their thing. However, the 1 year stated on the letter is because the issued letters are based on academic year, guys. So if you are scheduled to get a scholarship for year 2022, they'll put 2022 on your thing, even though you have a 2-year program, which doesn't really make much sense. So in terms of you saying, oh, you only sponsor 1 year when they know you have a 2-year program, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. The only thing I think I can say, okay, at the end of the year, at the end of your first 2 years or whatever, not 2 years, the first year, you need to have a certain GPA. If you have a certain GPA, then we continue giving you a scholarship for you too. And normally students tend to do well in this regard, because I know Dominican students, they go crazy when it comes on to these opportunities right there. Anyways, guys, where was I? But you got however, the 1 year stated on letter is okay. The only time previously you would be worried is when you are not doing good, which makes sense. They give you a scholarship not for you to go and form the royal in school. You need to do well. But now they're saying apparently we broke, so they're trying to add structure to something that's supposed to have had structure a long time ago, right there. And I agree. No, they're trying to add structure to it. Doesn't mean that the structure wasn't really there, but I mean students really did know. But anyways, this is what somebody else stated right there. I watched the vlog, but believe that these people do not want to assist students, period. She's speaking about they give you the first year and you have to shake your pampa for the second year. However, most people that go to study do a bachelor's degree, which is a 4-year program, obviously. In such a situation, the ministry should make it very clear, I agree, that you should have your coverage for the other 3 years. They should make it very clear for you that you need to have your coverage for the other 3 years. The scholarships, remember when she was talking about shaking your pampalam, she never said you have to do well in school and this kind of things, you know. She said at the end of the first year, the second year, you have to you shake up your pampalam and get things going. That's what she said. Anyways, the scholarship was always full. That's what I understood the scholarship to be. It was always full based on the academic years that you're doing your thing for. And of course, you have to do well, covering tuition and not living expenses. So I guess that is something right there. However, you have to maintain your grades exactly to keep your scholarships. I think that's how all scholarships work. I mean, the students should already know this, and I'm sure that they already do. The students are doing well and are still not receiving assistance. That is a problem that I have right there in this regard. I have a friend, the government signed to assist and never assisted as they promised. The government makes a lot of empty promises right there. I also asked the question based off what I was hearing, and you guys most likely knew that to be the case right there when we were hearing that a number of Dominican students were about to get kicked out and this kind of things. Apparently, based off what one of the students told me, he said that they paid 60% of the stuff for the students right there, as far as they heard, and apparently it was in also their school as well. So 60% has been paid. So apparently not the full thing is being paid. So this is rather interesting right there. So I guess they're trying to put structure to the whole thing now. that the students themselves were pretty much doing well. I mean, if the structure is based off individuals doing well and students are doing well, I mean, it should be a given that that topic should not even be. Because I don't know any student, and trust me, I had a lot of friends who end up on scholarships from Brother Skero. Well, not Brother Skero, from Dominica's purse. So you like to say Skero, we must take that out of our mind. From Dominica's purse, granted by the government. And they did well. I don't know anybody who has not done well in school. Some of them even up there still and organize themselves and working and this kind of things there. So that is the basis of this thing. Anyways, guys, with that said, let us head back to the very situation involving the Pampalam lady. This is
apparently the minister's statement has been misrepresented or misinterpreted by political opponents to mean that the students must prostitute themselves to attain an education.
Before we continue, let us not pretend as if this is something new. We've heard, especially on the opposition side, stating that ministers of government are prostituting the young girls out there for favors. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in this regard, guys? We've heard a lot of these situations. There was even a matter that was taken to court and still has not today been done in court. It hasn't seen the day in court yet, with the ministers of government who have been prostituting the young people in exchange for favors. We've been hearing this, so let us not act as if we don't know, especially what is taking place in Mount Daniel, guys. What we know about the situation, and I think my boy's kitchen actually had it, where they are talking about different people. There's a slaughterhouse next to the prime minister's house, where apparently ministers of government bring young people, and a number of persons have been stating that they saw individuals bringing young girls there, not necessarily underage girls, but very young girls there for them to do certain things. And what are they doing? I don't really know what they're doing there. We can just speculate because I'm not in the room. They could be having Bible study, which I hardly doubt because it's called a slaughterhouse for a reason. Anyways, with that said, let us get back to that lady. So let us not pretend as if this is the first time we're hearing these kind of things right there.
Mr. Alfred distanced herself from that misrepresentation, but she called into Friday's hang to clarify.
My only regret is about the word. Because, it was Teacher Ernie who taught me that word.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I have to say, oh, okay, too. No, guys. I'll have to check you later, we? Yeah, I'll have to check you later. Yeah, I'll have to check you later, buddy. Anyways, in regards to this whole situation right there, guys, she's not... I cannot get sidetracked. Let me bring it back.
It was Teacher Ernie who taught me that word.
Oh, okay.
So your basis of the whole thing there is based off what the teacher teach you. Did she teach you the meaning of the word that you were thinking? Did she teach you the meaning of it? Because if I recall not too long ago, you were trying to define what drones was for me. True or false? Let's see.
Dictionary of Science and Technology defines a drone as a flying robot that is controlled by remote, but it can fly by itself through software which will built in its system, working in conjunction with onboard sensor and GPS.
So you mean to tell me?
Hold on. Me that word.
What did you? Hold on. Go too fast there. So you mean to tell me you can do research on something that you found out probably like 2 weeks ago? You can do research on it, but the thing that they teach you in school from Teacher Ernie, you say they teach you them words there. I never hear Teacher Ernie use no words. Am I wrong? You ever hear, since Teacher Ernie teach you that word, you ever hear Teacher Ernie using that word on a political platform? If she did it or not. But you end up using that word, not true. But you can define what drone and what drone does do. But you cannot define a word that you knew most of your life. You cannot define a word that you knew most of your life. Anyways, guys, talking about the very thing right there. We'll continue, but I saw this thing. I have to point it out right there. I don't know if this is accurate. But people were sending me this thing right there. So I'm saying it. This is a reaction. People send it to me. I'm reacting to it. Like I said, I don't know if this is accurate. However, they stated this is Pampalam. Alright? Pampalam. I don't know what kind of Caribbean urban dictionary, whatever that there. But they say Pampalam right there, guys. And this is the meaning for it. I was trying to find out where they actually got this whole dictionary stuff. But I get this. I'm reacting to it. And this is what I see right there. Shake up your Pampalam. Right there. They say pam pam. Anyways, with that said, so apparently she never go and do research on a word that somebody teach her, but apparently they teach her a word that she never knew the meaning for. Interesting. Anyways, let's continue.
It was teacher Ernie who taught me that word.
And the thing is, she then blaming teacher Ernie. She then blaming teacher Ernie for a word that she used, not teacher Ernie that used the word, sister. It is you who used the word, but you're trying to put the blame on teacher Ernie who supposedly teach a word long time ago that you don't even know the meaning of, yet you're trying to define drone for me. Boy, I tell you, some of volleyball face.
It was the senator when we worked together. I never knew that when she was telling the students that 5 more minutes before bell ring, shake your pampalam and eat your bread and wash your hands.
No, from my knowledge, understanding pampalam will be shake your boom boom and thing. That's what I understand. Shake your butt or get up or whatever like that. That's what I understand from it. But based on the context, it's rather interesting that she's now realizing that it means something else. That's crazy.
I never knew she meant that. I thought she meant hurry up. I never knew when people were making fun of 2 of us about the amount of money our husbands making in banana, and she was saying to people, shake up your pampalam and find ways to increase their income. I didn't know.
But I mean, based on that very definition right there, if they tell you shake up your pampalam and find ways to increase income, that kind of sounds like, what does it sound like? Leave that, of course, in the comment box below. Let me bring it back for you guys to get it.
And she was saying to people, shake up your pampalam. People were making fun of 2 of us.
People making fun of 2 of all you?
About the amount of money our husbands making it.
So all your husbands was making plenty money, and what they tell all you?
In banana. And she was saying to people, shake up their pampalam and find ways to increase their income. I didn't.
What? Anyways.
Know that she meant what she's saying now. And when she was telling children 2 more days, 2 more weeks for exam, get out their old notebooks and shake their pampalam and start studying.
Well, it's clear that the children never took it the way that most people took it that you were saying right there. Because apparently we understand the whole system of what is going on, especially when ministers of government have been said to be prostituting young people in exchange of favors. I mean, it's not me that said that, That has been out there. This thing is even in court that has not been called yet. For ministers of government who have been exchanging certain things for favors, to give favors to young women. That is anyways.
I knew that was what my colleague teacher was thinking. I would never add that word to my vocabulary.
So apparently you didn't know a word that you were constantly using and decided to use it on a political, well, I guess it's still a political platform because I mean, that is what all you mean doing. You decide to use a word that you had no idea what it meant to the people, and then expect the people to then understand that you meant something completely different, even though the people took it for what other individuals have been saying that it actually meant. It's interesting, but you did not know the word. You didn't know the meaning of the word, sister. Which means you were not at fault. Nobody else is at fault for you using a word that you did not know. Yet you're trying to come and define drone for me like you so know what drone is. I don't understand this kind of craziness there, How you defining drone and you know what pampalam and using pampalam for how much use? That is crazy.
I prefer to say the word because I thought I would never have adopted that word.
You thought you would never have adopted that word even though you stated the word. So somebody that controlling your mouth or something?
It's from how I learned the word.
Don't blame the lady. It's not she that used it. It's you. It is you and totally your duty to then find out what that word means before you go and make a fool out of yourself, which you did right there. Don't blame teacher Ernie for that. She never came on political platform telling students go and shake their pampalam for scholarship for year 2. When all you then promise the students that all you take care of the whole thing. It is not me that said in the previous thing there, It's other students that have been saying these things and saying this stuff for me. They never knew about 1 year and then they have to go and shake pampalam for the next year. They never know about these things. And then all you didn't even explain the thing properly for them students. That is your fault. Nobody else's fault. Don't come and bring teacher Ernie inside there. Stop your naughty ways, man.
So I'm sorry that now she's attaching that kind of meaning to a word that you...
Not she that attaching it. It's the people understanding what you were saying. Don't put no attachment to teacher Ernie. She not in that. Are you being a teacher? It's not teacher Ernie that said it. It's you. I don't understand that lady there. That is the Minister of Education, Magwesa. Minister of Education using words she don't know. And they want to put the blame on somebody else. That is the problem with humanity, at times. they like to put the blame on other people, not themselves, even though they are the ones who are doing the action. It's interesting. You think when you grow up, you decide you grew up in a horrible home, or you didn't have proper training or whatever to teach you not to go and steal, and you go out there and you steal. You think they're going to say, oh, he raised up in it, they will take it into some level of consideration, but you will still go jail. You must go jail for that, because it's you that do the action. So can't blame teacher, and you'd have to take full responsibility for that.
He was using to us and to students all the time. I thought it meant motivate yourself, give yourself action, get busy.
Oh, shake up your pampala and come motivate yourself now. Shake your pampala and motivation. Why don't you say, guys, let us do it. You have to work. Why don't you say it normally and properly, especially if you don't know you would yourself? I don't understand the kind of madness there. And she's the Minister of Education. That is crazy.
The Education Minister says she likes words with Creole roots.
But it's one thing for you to like words with Creole roots. It's another thing for you to know what it means. I saw a video of an individual. They told a guy to say some curse word about himself, to curse his own self in patois. And they told him it meant working hard. And then he kept saying it over and over and over. And he was cursing his own self in patois. Who is justified to do this? It is then your duty to find out what it actually meant. But he was cursing his own self. That is the same thing you're doing there. You don't know what it means, but you're still using it. That I tell you.
Once upon a time, you had nothing to give the students at school. So she said, I went to the kitchen and I had 2 bananas. I made something. She came, she tasted it. She said, what is that? I said, I call it banana balumba. Because that's the girl I am. I call it banana balumba.
You call it banana balumba, but you don't. Lady, I don't even have to. Anyways, let's.
What I am very, very disturbed about is that a young woman from our constituency was brutally murdered.
Did you complain about the guy who got killed in police custody? Did you complain about these things? Did you mention this? You're talking about one incident but leaving out the other? That is the problem I have, It's called isolated incidences. You leave one but you worry about the other. Not true. Did you complain about the very thing? And I do believe, and I believe in my heart of hearts, what I saw inside there. And I have to give a story on that, guys. Don't worry, come in. You'll come on the vlog. Don't forget to subscribe to the vlog channel as well. I saw it for myself. How wicked police officers can be to other human beings. What they did to Pyro. I saw that right in my eyes after they took him out from the public. What they did to him inside there. He had to end up going to hospital afterwards. I want to be a witness. My brother, if you're watching this video, make sure you bring them man to court, bro. Bring them man to court, and I will be a witness. You have everybody there. Trust me, everybody there for you. For what they do you inside there. I tell you, boy. But then you want to come and talk as if thing after they killed somebody inside police custody. After they allegedly killed somebody. Well, the person died inside there. The person went in well, they say, and the person ended up dying. I believe that these police officers are the full responsible ones for that action of the individual who passed away in police custody. I believe 100% it is their fault. But of course, they will try to protect them. Not true.
Did you hear any voice? That was just a normal news item, and we move on.
You move on, but you never mentioned nothing about the individual who died in prison. You never mentioned these things. And you're talking about human rights of individuals passing away. So, one, what good for the goose, not good for the gander, not true? You see, that is the kind of thing we're talking about. And this is the Minister of Education right there.
Nobody raised a voice. Nobody spoke out. The only people...
It's interesting that you're talking about nobody rose up and spoke out. But yet still, you are the one coming forth to talk about condemning. Well, I would like to categorically condemn your words right there, sister. You want to condemn using drone when you could actually use drone for a number of things that are helping out individuals, that are letting people see certain things that they want to say, especially when it comes down to selling property and this kind of things there. You want to condemn the use of drones, yet still you ball in Pampala, man. You don't even know what Pampala mean? Let me finish. I finished that freaking. I finished that. I get it vexed. I finished that, guys. What are your thoughts on the whole situation right there, man? Because this lady is pretending as if she's a saint. She's a saint. Oh my goodness, I went to the thing where the lady died. But then you forgot about the other one and you talking about individuals coming forth to say. But lady, boy. Anyways, guys, what are your thoughts on the whole situation right there, man? This is pretty much all Yobo has for this. I mean, even that part now, what is his name?
In our comments to students.
I don't even, Mr. not important. Mr. not even supposed to be there. Matter of fact. So I don't even thinking. If you guys want to see the whole link, I'll put the link in the description below on Mapping News. Remind me so I can put it out for you guys as well. If I don't put it out, remind me as well, guys. Anyways, this is pretty much all about us for this Mystelics reaction and Mystelics reacts video today, guys. What are your thoughts on the whole situation, man? I just found it rather interesting that this lady is pretending as if it is not her fault that she used a word that she was taught but never thought the meaning of the very word that she used, and then she then trying to blame the person that teach her the word but she never was taught the meaning of the word. I cannot understand this kind of madness there. And in the instance of the students now, the students have no clue. They have no clue what on earth was going on there because they never explained to them properly. But hey guys, what are your thoughts on the whole situation, man? Leave that of course in the comment box below. Give this video a thumbs up if you understand it, and of course subscribe and turn on the post notifications so you can get all the videos as they come through right there and there. I'll see you guys next time.